Hey there, I'm the MadCatster. Am I glad to see you here? Well, holy Hollywood, Batman. If you haven't been sleeping, then you've heard all about the Colleen Ballinger mess, aka Miranda Sings. Well, she's been accused of a lot of things by some fans, including Adam McIntyre, another YouTuber. She posted her response, and when in the future they're teaching people how to have a YouTube career, this video is going to be a masterclass on how not to save your career. I've got all the deets and the receipts, so buckle up and let's go. So I am here, Sybil the Enforcer, and I'm here with Amelie. Amelie's feeling a little under the weather. My poor little old girl. She's my oldest. She's in her dotage, as they would say once upon a time. Well, Sybil's feeling better. Sybil went today to the vet and got her pain reliever for her mouth and her steroid shot. So she's in fine form tonight. I know you guys missed her in the last video. But anyways, they're here to help me talk to you about this Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings mess. And boy, did she really throw some gasoline on the fire when she posted her response video. And we're going to talk about it now. So those of you who may not be aware, Colleen Ballinger has a character, Miranda Sings. She's got several channels. Well, Adam McIntyre, who's a YouTuber from Ireland, had a kind of sort of quasi-friendship with her when he was 15 years old. He's now, I think he's like 20 or 21. He alleged that there were some inappropriate things that went on and that Colleen Ballinger had kind of taken advantage of him and thrown him under the bus for some things that he tried to help her with. I'm not going to get into all that because there are plenty of videos about it. But then somebody else came forward who also had some things to say about Colleen, and they revealed some DMs that Colleen Ballinger exchanged with Adam McIntyre and some of her younger fans. And let me just say that they were not appropriate, especially when you consider the ages of the people involved. And at the time, Adam was only 15, as he points out. And of course, Colleen, who was like 30 at the time, that's quite an age difference. She's firmly an adult, and he is definitely was not an adult. He was firmly a minor still. If you're going to do something inappropriate, I think it falls more to the adult to do the right thing. And in this case, he had talked about how during a live stream, Colleen and her friend Corey were unpacking some clothes she had bought, and she didn't like some of them, and so she was going to give them away to fans, and that her friend Corey had modeled some of the clothes, and he had put on like this lingerie, let's say. When Colleen asked Adam what he wanted, Adam apparently had indicated that he wanted what her friend was modeling. So long story short, eventually, I guess she did send it to him. Understandably, Adam's parents weren't very pleased that this adult woman was sending lingerie. Whether it was worn or not is beside the point, to this minor child. And they understandably were upset and made their viewpoint known. Well, now what we're finding out is it goes a lot deeper than that, because not only was Colleen doing inappropriate things by sending lingerie to Adam, but she was also having some very adult conversations with him. Apparently, she talked about her divorce from her ex-husband. There was some revelations about some intimate relations with her husband. At one point, Adam was talking about some possible questions he might have on a live stream, and she asked him if he was still a V-word. Then she also asked him what his favorite position was, and it just was really gross, and it gets even grosser in some respects, but we're not going to talk about all of those details, you guys. There's tons of videos that you can go look at, and you can go look at Adam's videos to get all of the first-hand details. But I want to talk about the response that she put up. Now, you would think, number one, either she should not say anything and try to let the storm blow over, or she should make some kind of a really contrite apology and address once and for all these old allegations. And granted, they are a number of years old. But she instead chose to make a song out of it. And really, it's hard to accept that she's being very sincere. And you'll see what I mean in a second. But she uses a ukulele. And at first, it looked to me like she maybe had stolen I'm Alex's ukulele. If you know who I'm Alex is, Alex Elmsley. So let's start. Let's take a look at how absolutely ridiculous and offensive this video was.
So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though. just as long as it's entertaining.
First of all, you can see she starts out by saying that people are saying things that aren't true. Now, if you've seen any of Adam's videos, and I'm going to put one of the receipts up here, he shows receipts, okay? It's not like he's just making stuff up, or the other people involved are just making stuff up. They've got receipts, they've got messages, they've got video, they've got actual evidence, as in the lingerie that Adam received. So this is not stuff that isn't true. So that's her number one first mistake, okay? Then you'll see here now, this is how she perceives this whole drama.
All aboard the toxic gossip train, chugging down the tracks of misinformation.
So she's calling it a toxic gossip train. Well, gossip is like rumors and innuendo and stuff that people talk about behind somebody's back, and usually it's things that aren't true. So I wouldn't call it a gossip train so much as a truth train in this instance.
Today I only want to talk about the facts.
She only wants to talk about the facts. And so at first I was like, oh, great. So she's finally going to address some of the facts. Well, not really.
Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way.
And she does admit that she used to message her fans, but she says not in a creepy way. Now, let me remind you about the messages she was exchanging with Adam, and I'll put this up here again. That's kind of in a creepy way, I think, when you're asking a 15-year-old these questions and you're a 30-year-old adult.
I was just trying to be besties with everybody. It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, you know, and there's a weird aunt there, keeps coming up to you and going like, hey girl, what's the tea? And you're like, ugh. That was me.
And then she says that, oh, it was all, you know, not intended to be harmful to anybody. And she's like the crazy aunt who comes up to you at a family gathering. And it's like, but the crazy aunt doesn't usually ask you if you're still a virgin, does she? If she does, that's kind of weird too.
But in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird to me.
And she does admit that she, in her DMs, would overshare, and I think that's probably putting it mildly, but of course, again, no specifics.
I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
And she goes on and she adds that she hasn't done that for years. Well, okay, yes, people deserve a second chance and people should be able to get their life back together, but first you have to take accountability. And what's really funny is, in this next part, she says,
in all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes. You know, we should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person.
Yes, she thinks it's important to hold people accountable, and that she basically is saying that that's what this video is supposed to be doing. And then she accuses people of monetizing her demise.
Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise.
What I have to say to that is, well, people aren't making this stuff up. It's current news. People are talking about it. People, of course, are going to cover it. It's not just on YouTube that this is getting covered. It's, you can see here, there's articles that have been in the media as well. So it's expanded beyond YouTube now. So it's not like a bunch of drama channels are getting together to pick on her, which is kind of what she's saying in this video.
I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not going to take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
And to add to that, she goes on to say, oh, people wanted her to say she's 100% wrong. No, people don't want her to say she's 100% wrong. They just want her to admit the mistake she made. But she never quite gets into the specifics of what it is and addresses what she did. That's the problem. And she goes on to say that they're all lies and rumors made up for clout. And like I just said, I mean, it's gone beyond YouTube. People are not doing this to pick on her or target her. People are reporting on what has been shown in evidence and receipts and talking about the issue. Of course they are.
I also wanted to take a minute to talk about that girl, Miranda Sings. You know the one. Yeah, her. She's PG-13. It says that on my website, and it's always been that way. And that's why you won't find my videos on the YouTube Kids app, anyway.
What I love here is how she says that, well, Miranda Sings, I say it's PG-13. Well, Adam was 15. So what is she saying? Because he's over 13, it's okay to ask him if he's a virgin and what his favorite position is, and then to send him lingerie? He's still under the age of consent. And I think that makes it inappropriate. I don't care what you rate your channel. That doesn't mean that anyone over 13, it's okay to talk to them like this. That's just dealing with the content you're making, not your private personal interactions with people.
Have I made some jokes in poor taste? Yes. Have I made lots of dumb mistakes? Yes.
She admits she's made dumb mistakes. Well, that's putting it mildly.
And I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke.
This is the only thing where she really says any specific. She says that she's not a P word just because she made a fart joke. I haven't heard anyone specifically focusing on just that fart joke. We're not going to get into what that was all about because it's not really relevant to Adam's story. She misses the point. She goes on to say that it's important for her to come on now to defend herself and take accountability.
I still felt it was important to come on here and defend myself a little and take accountability.
3 years ago, when Adam first raised the issue about the lingerie, she did make a video that was like responding to everything or something along those lines. And the only thing that she specifically talks about in that video, though, is just the lingerie. She doesn't address anything else. So it's not like, oh, you guys are rehashing all this old crap. No, because you haven't addressed it in the first place. And I'm sure there are people who defend her who are going to be taking that position. Oh, well, this is all old news. It's water under the bridge. Just move on. Can't you just move on? It's like, no, she hasn't taken accountability. And she's saying that that was the whole purpose of this video. Well, she didn't take accountability. She basically just said, people are jerks. They're making up crap about me. Oh, woe is me. And then to top it all off and to make it even more insulting, she turns it into a song. Like it's some kind of a joke. Okay? Okay, great. If you've honestly moved on and if you've honestly changed your behavior, great. But you still have to take accountability. You know, a lot of you know, I've been sober for 22 years, and that's one of the things that's part of AA is you have to take responsibility for your actions and make amends, okay? You can't just brush it under because it's going to fester under the surface. So until Colleen decides to actually address the specific, and she doesn't necessarily have to do it in a very public way, but at the very least, she should have some kind of a one-on-one conversation with the people that she's hurt and try to make amends that way and not just blow it off like, oh, why are you guys still talking about this stuff? So let me know what you guys think. Did you guys watch her video? I was really taken aback and shocked. Tell me down in the comments what you think about this. What do you think she should do next? I don't know if we'll hear any more from her about this, but I think if she was going to make a video that didn't take it seriously, she would have been better off not making it. Because again, I think she just threw gasoline on the fire and now it's flared all back up and people are talking about it again. So, you know, she didn't help herself in this instance. Anyways, I want to thank all of our channel members, and I really want to thank also all of our Patreon patrons. I'm so grateful, and I know I say it every time, but I'm going to keep saying it. I'm so grateful for your monthly support that helps with the cat's vet bills. It's really, really a lot of help, and it makes it so much easier for me to take care of these guys. I want to thank all of you who have subscribed recently. We're heading towards 20,000, so if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We really want to get to 20,000. I'd like to continue a little bit of momentum with the channel. I'd really appreciate your help. I hope you guys are having a good end of June. I didn't finish editing the video for my Hollywood Compendium channel, but I'm almost done with it. I will be putting it up, and I will post a message on my community page when it's ready to go. But in the meantime, oh, Sybil's back. Sybil says, please like and subscribe. You guys take care of yourselves, love one another, and we will see you in the next one.
Pretty please. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. I get a treat for every new sub. Thank you.